Hey, this is Chuck Lemire from Bob Corcoran and Associates, and I'm here with my friend and colleague Bob Corcoran with another Corcoran tip of the week. Hey, Bob, the tip of the week is entitled this. Here's the question. How do I turn my clients into raving fans, not just sales?
Chuck, great question. A lot of people, it's not a cattle call. At the end of the day, they become friends, right? So if it's a friend, great. However, once you close the sale, it is extremely important to have a past client follow-up program in place as an action plan that you can launch within your CRM that will guarantee you consistent follow-up with all of your clients. For example, Gary Keller wrote in his book Millionaire Agent about the 30, the past client program 30 touches, right? Well, people looked at that, and I've heard it for years since that book came out, Chuck. 30 touches, that's a little overkill. Not really when you break it down. It's all about automation, folks. And with technology today, we have the capability of automating all of this. So you look at 30 touches. If you do an email once a month, that's 12 touches. You did text once a month, there's 24 touches. Now you do a quarterly newsletter, you're up to 28. You had a birthday card, you had a holiday greeting, you're at 30. Pretty simple. And technology handles 90% of it for you. Not only that, but there's new technologies out there, products like Fellow or HomeBot that will send your past clients a monthly valuation of their property. Now, folks, if you do nothing out of this tip, invest in either Fellow or HomeBot. What's the website for Fellow? Fellow.com, Chuck, I believe, right? Or you can go to homebot.ai, right? Both deliver similar products. One has a much more robust dashboard for a client. That's Fellow. One is just down and dirty. Okay, and cost is going to dictate what. But also now, if you're sending your past client a valuation of their property once a month, there's 12 touches. So I could take my original 30 Chuck touches, right? Now I'm adding 12 more. Now I'm at 42 touches a year. Is that overkill? No, because there's different messaging. Okay. And folks, I tell you, the number one thing, if you do nothing, at least send your past clients their current valuation, because everybody, I don't care if you closed last month or in last year, everybody wants to know the value of their property, right? And then as you see the open rates on these valuations, let me backtrack. If you ask a marketing company what is considered a good open rate on marketing emails, they'll tell you if you get a 2% open rate,
You're doing good.
yeah, it's huge, right? Well, products like Fellow and HomeBot are delivering 70% open rates. And folks, those are marketing emails. You get somebody to open your email because you're sending them something of value. Now you can engage. So now it would behoove you as an agent, the people who opened it, call them. And it's not a sales call either. That's a beautiful thing. I don't care if the person closed, last year and 5 years ago. Hey, Chuck, I see you opened up the valuation out of curiosity. What'd you think of the value? See, it's not a sales call. It's a customer service call.
Right.
So by staying in touch with past clients, that's what get them off the key to help you to start communicating with you. Also, another most important thing is when you close a deal, you got to go for Google 5-star reviews.
Correct.
Okay, folks. And if you think you're going to send out a lame ass email that says, hey, we would love a 5-star Google review, and that's your email, you're not going to get any. Include the link for them to click. Hey, Chuck, I would appreciate, congratulations closing. It was a great deal. I'd appreciate a 5-star review. I've included the link for your convenience. They click the link, give you the 5-star review. That's how you turn clients into raving fans.
That's
What else?
awesome.
What else can you add? You got some great stories from your
But,
history.
yeah, and I don't understand why agents, don't stay in touch more. Well, I guess I do, because I sold real estate in the 1980s in Boston. And after the sale, honestly, Bob, I was a little afraid to call the seller back, the owner back, because I sold them the house. They loved it, but I was always afraid that the hot water tank, blew or something like that. But in today's world, we help our clients. And
Yeah.
here's why what you said is so valuable. That information of what their home is worth is the most important thing to them. It's current and relevant.
Yeah.
With all due respect to people that send the recipe of the month, we're not their baker. We're a realtor. We deal with property. But I'll add one that I think agents really miss, an IDX feed. Say at the end of the sale, hey, Bob, I'm going to put you on a feed, and anything that pops up in your neighborhood that's a new listing or a sale, you're going to get an email from me. And it's just for information. That's all. And what happens is they'll get an email with your name at least a few times a month. But it's important and current and relevant information, because who doesn't want to know what the neighbor sold for or be able to actually look in their house and look at the pictures? So
Yeah.
I'm right with you. And most importantly, we want to create raving fans, because otherwise you've got to grind through all new leads. Why not have raving fans that refer you business? It's pretty
You know,
simple.
it really is, Chuck. And if people, the tip we just gave them, it's simple, costs no money,
Right.
and it can create a big volume of business for the future.
Correct. And I think that I've found in business overall, any idiot can complicate something. It takes brilliance just to simplify it. So, Bob, thanks for your insight on that tip of the week. And of course, guys, if you want additional tips, go to our website, bobcorcoran.com. You'll be able to see past tips. And of course, if you want Bob or I to spend 30 minutes with you and talk about your business and what your vision is, we'd love to do so. Bob, thanks for the tip of the week, and we'll see you next week.
That's awesome, Chuck. And folks, don't forget, if you just want to regularly subscribe tip of the week, click the link in on our website or on any of our email signatures, and you'll automatically be guaranteed to get those tips, folks. Been a pleasure talking to you today.
Thanks, Bob.
All right, bye-bye.